time.
Hey! Ho! Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo! Teen Say has soul! Look, and that's the matter.
Hi, I'm Marianne. Welcome to Teen Say, where teens can have their say and adults can see where they're coming from. Okay, now that the communication lines are open, let's meet our guest for today's show. Okay, you are?
Bobby Duncan.
Okay, what grade are you in, Bobby?
7th.
Okay,
I'm Ben Porter.
what grade?
9th grade.
I'm sorry?
9th.
Okay,
I'm Aaron Rothman, 9th grade.
Luke Cannon, 8th grade.
okay. All right, today's show, adjustment time, okay? So we're going to start out with a feeling game. I say a word, and you give me the first response that comes to mind. I'll go down the line, okay? Change.
Classes.
Junior high to high school.
Women.
What? Okay.
Friends.
Friends?
Change.
Okay. Junior high.
Friends.
Hell.
Yeah, a lot of turmoil, friction.
Okay.
Just horrible and nothing good, not really fun.
Okay. High school.
Not fun.
Better.
You know, big change.
Hopefully a better change.
Okay. Friends.
Lots of fun.
About the same.
Gain a few, lose a few.
Ditto.
Okay. Pressure.
Don't know how to deal with it sometimes.
Too much.
I don't believe in peer pressure. I think you do what you want.
Okay.
Just a lot of pressure from the people around me, parents and friends.
Okay. Adjustment.
Getting to know new friends, you lose friends, gain new ones.
New locker combination.
That's an adjustment, right? How many of you can go for that one? Okay.
Just mostly the larger class load, because I went from 6 periods to 8 periods.
Okay.
I may be switching schools, and that would be an adjustment, and just to find out what my goals are right now. They're kind of moving around.
Okay, so you've all gone through some pretty big changes this year, right? Okay, why don't you share a little about yourselves so we can know what kind of changes you went through. Let's start out with the biggest change that you went through this year that took adjustment.
Trying to find your way around in school for the first little while. And, like, if you ask someone who's been there last year, 8th grade, well, he wouldn't tell you.
You just went into junior high.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell you where to go.
He won't?
No,
What will he say?
He'd get you lost even more than you were.
Oh, no. So they give you the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That was me when I was in junior high.
Nice. Okay?
A lot of people. A lot more people.
Okay. And you just went into 9th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot more people. So how are you handling that?
Just meet some of them and ignore the rest of them.
Okay. Okay. What about you? Your biggest change this year?
Not a real one. You know, I kind of went off on my own direction in my own high school. And
You just went into high school?
yeah. Not a whole lot of people went to this one. And, you know, it's different. In fact, I hate it, but, it's a big change.
Okay.
For me, it was probably that almost all my friends are in 9th grade, except for just a few. And so now most of the people I know are gone. I mean, I still have some real good friends in 8th grade, but so it's a different place. And it's almost like I know everyone in my school now, and it gets almost really boring. Just the same people instead of meeting new people, because I like meeting new people. But it's slowed down a lot, and there's not as many people who I actually want to be around. So it's
Okay. All right. And you're in 8th grade? Okay. All right. Do you still see the 9th graders?
yeah. Flake's over here.
Okay, great. Okay, Aaron. You just went into high school, right? Okay. What was your biggest adjustment from junior high to high school?
Well, it was probably the people. See, I go to a magnet school for science and math, and that kind of has a lot of overachievers flock to it. And
Did you choose to go to this school?
well, it was kind of a joint decision by my parents and me. Right at the time, I was, in Spaceland or something. I didn't know what I was doing, because I don't think I would have decided to go there had I known what I know now. Because
Which is?
the people are just, they're kind of don't have much of their own thoughts or goals. They're a lot of their parents' goals. Their parents said, what kind of doctor or lawyer do you want to be? and they've been living that a lot. And it's not too bad, but they just lack a lot of life that I'm looking for more in high school.
So are they like robots, or?
Yeah, for the most part.
What about fun? Don't they have fun? Or what about at lunch?
We have a joke about our school's parties. There are none. And,
Okay.
I have there are about 15 people that feel like I do.
At the school?
Yeah. And
So do you all hang out together?
yeah, we're kind of the outsiders.
Okay.
But
All right.
it's not too.
Have you tried to talk to any of them and say, hey, why don't you loosen up, have some fun, it's lunchtime, or
They've been so
let's
hardwired.
go hang out at the mall?
They're so
afterwards?
hardwired. They've been wired that way for way too long to pull it out. And it's just put more into them every day by their parents. Oh, what are your grades? How are you doing?
But now you have great grades, right? And
They're
you're
not,
in
no,
this
they're
school?
not too bad. But see, the work
You've
is
been
not
in
a
gifted
problem.
programs for
Yeah.
a long time?
Yeah. The work
Since
is
what
not
grade?
a problem. Since third.
Wow, okay.
And it just,
And you didn't lose your personality?
I hope not.
Okay.
But
And the work's what? I'm sorry.
the work is not bad. That's the biggest thing. I mean, you go to a magnet school and you expect it to be, God, I'll have no time. You know, I have plenty of time. There's no one there I want to spend it with.
Right.
So.
Okay, so you still see your friends from junior high?
Yeah, and my friends that go to other high schools.
All right. Did you ever invite any of these guys to join you, or from the new school? Yeah.
I told you about the 15 people there.
So
that
out of
kind
those guys.
circle, yeah. Yeah, I hang out with them a lot. They're a lot of fun.
Okay. What about you, Ben? You just went into high school as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say?
When I first got there, everyone was just huge. I mean, it seemed like giants. Kind of got out of the way as fast as I could. And it's a lot better than junior high because I hated it.
It's better than junior high?
It's better, but
Why?
it's not, heaven. It's all right. It's fun.
Why is it better?
You have more freedom. I mean, my old school was run like a jail, and I got really bummed out about that.
Did your parents give you guys more freedom since you just went into high school?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. They
I
let
don't-
me, stay out later, do more stuff.
I've never really had many rules put on me, but that's a lot of trust. You have to try not to abuse or not get caught or something.
Okay. So which is it, that you're trustworthy or you just don't get caught?
Get caught.
Okay. That's our secret
how do you
show. Okay. Luke, now, you're in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. At
Okay.
his old school, which was described as a prison.
Hell. Prisoner's hell.
Okay. Why do you feel that way? Why is it hell? How could it be any different?
Well, actually, even some of the teachers agree with me that this year it's kind of worse than last year.
Why?
A good example was you said to Aaron, how about lunch when the kids have their free time?
Right.
Well, we're all dismissed at like the same minute, and we all have to, walking in the hallways down to lunch is our free time. Then we get there, and no one can get in the lunch line. It's all assigned seating, and no one can get in the lunch line.
Assigned seating in the lunchroom?
You have to sit with your class. And
Is
I'm
this
in-
like this at all the schools?
Oh, you're in the same school, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really. We get to choose our own seats.
Well, we get to go outside. We don't have to have our own seats and stuff.
When I was with you, if you can go in the gym and play basketball or something, if there's no class in there, it's like, it's no big thing.
Can you guys go play basketball in the gym if you want to, Luke?
See, the way they do it is until every person, all the goofballs and everything, is seated and the place is like semi-quiet, which will be like 15 minutes later.
So it's
then
like a homeroom where you eat, pretty much.
It's like a jail where we get to wear neat clothes.
Okay. All right.
And so our free time.
Do you think now, last year, I got this through the grapevine. Last year, you were vice president of your school.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, and plus.
But, wait.
hear the
So
whole
as
story.
vice president, did you like it?
No, all the teachers.
Why did you become vice president then?
How did you come into office, Luke?
Yes, how did you come into office,
Who'd you
Luke?
sleep with to get there?
Well, here's the big story.
Do tell, yes, do tell, Mr. President.
In the beginning of the year, I knew more 8th graders than 7th graders.
Okay.
And this was almost one of my way of meeting more of the 7th graders. And the
This
eighth-
was last year.
Yes. The 8th graders pretty much got me in the office. I just sat back and watched. It was fun. And then our president to show you how the school is run, was sent to juvenile detention for
Oh,
a few months.
He's still in there, man.
so he's definitely going through an adjustment period.
I, of course, was president then. That was fun.
Wow.
Well,
So you were promoted.
vice president acting as president.
Uh-huh.
So,
It was fun until about halfway through the year when it turned to, Luke, you're the vice president, set a good example. Luke, you're the vice president, what's happening to your grades, you know? And then
So there was too much
And then
pressure.
I
You said
thought-
that before.
Yeah,
Was
they-
that the pressure you're talking about?
they looked at me as if that meant I was Mr. Academic Man, you know? And I'm like, I can still have fun if I'm vice president.
Now you're in a gifted program too as well, aren't you?
For the meantime.
Okay. So you're all fairly intelligent, huh? They're like, no comment. No. Okay. Do you think that your opinion of the school changed when all those 9th graders moved on? Those 8th graders last year that became 9th
I think
graders?
it became a little bit worse in my opinion because it wasn't as fun as before. And
You're
before
not
it was kinda-
socializing as much?
Right. Before it was kind of fun, and so I could live with it a little easier, and now I'm just like, you know, sleeping till the school day's over, so it's
Let me ask you something. So your motivation's lacking?
incredibly.
Are your grades falling because of it, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So would you say that it's a good idea, like now last year you were probably really cool because you hung out with all the
look
8th
at you
graders
now.
and you were in 7th grade. do you think that those kids that were in 7th grade last year that are now 8th graders, do you think that they feel maybe you're too cool for them? Because you hung out with all the guys that just went to high school? Now girls!
No, I still have a decent amount of 8th grade friends, but most of the kids actually don't want to hang out too because they all tend to kind of have different styles than about 10 of us. And really, it's like maybe if I'm lucky, 10 people in my school who I hang out with, and everyone else I just avoid most of the time. I mean, as far as real close friends, I mean, besides that, you know, I have a lot of friends, but I don't
What do
seem
you
to fit
think
in.
would make this adjustment time with them gone and stuff, and if you had to stay at this school, I know you're looking into changing schools, right?
Yes.
If you had to stay in this school, what do you think would make this adjustment easier? Do you think maybe you could give a little more or be more into the people that are there?
I'm really,
Make it fun again?
I don't think I could. At this point, I'm like so filled up with the school that, I don't know, I'm having a hard time going on. It's more like I'll make like some jokes in class or something. I don't pay much attention, but that's only so I don't fall asleep or something. I don't like how it's going. So.
Okay, all right. Hi. Okay, Bobby, you just went into junior high, right?
Yeah.
That was a big adjustment, I'll bet. 7 classes for the first time?
Yeah,
What do you think?
well, it was hard getting used to at first, and the teachers, they put a little more responsibility on you. Like in elementary school, if you asked to go somewhere, it was like take a partner with you and all this.
And baby.
Yeah, they baby you, and like if you could ask them, well, could you get me this or something, and they'd go over and they'd get it for you. If you asked any of my teachers now, they say, well, get it yourself.
So they're treating you like more of an adult.
Yeah.
And do you like it better?
Well, sometimes. Part of the time, it's if you don't feel like getting it or doing what they say, it's a little more harder than.
Okay, now what
Elementary school.
about, now you have 7 teachers versus 1. Is that good or bad?
It's. Well, I guess it's
Do you think junior high is better than elementary school?
no.
You don't?
No.
Why?
Well, because you get a little more freedom in junior high, and
You don't like the freedom?
well, I like the freedom, but
Okay.
in elementary school, you used to go out for recess and. During halfway through the day, you're sitting in the classroom and you're just sitting there all day and you want to do something, and it's just I don't like junior high as much as I did elementary school.
Okay.
One thing I really like about high school, or at least mine, you know, when you have 400 some kids with a pocket protector and slide rule, they don't tend to watch everyone as carefully because
They don't mess with you. They're
you can
they're not the
commit
messing
murder.
around.
You could, you know, stab the principal and as any idea, you know. So, there's a lot of schools have the hall passes or hold hands or something. You really can do almost anything you want because they stress a lot of responsibility. And once, that can be abused, as I hear Ben chuckling, but it works for the school. For this one, it works real well.
Okay. So they have more responsible kids, would you say?
Oh, definitely, because at a place like another school.
Okay. A public high school versus
Yeah.
a private?
Well, it is public. It's just select admissions, and
Okay.
but you would get, it would be completely out of hand.
Okay. Ben, I got the impression that you really loved high school.
It's a lot better in junior high.
Why?
They don't treat you like an inmate. As in junior high, it was...
Bobby, do you feel like an inmate in junior high? He's got all this freedom. He doesn't know what to do with yet.
Live it up.
Well,
Live it up, you hear?
well, not really inmate
No.
that. I'm wearing stripes and.
Yeah, I'm wearing black and white stripes.
So tell us, Ben. Go ahead.
Because, last year, there was a certain time when you could go eat, and there was a certain time, when you could go to the bathroom, and there was a certain time you had to do this, and a certain time you had to do that. And,
Now you can go to the bathroom whenever you want.
well, not really, because,
You're in class.
no, I'm
Don't
never
wanna
going to go.
get beat up.
I don't want to get beat up.
You don't want to get beat up?
Eh,
What do you mean?
well, let's see, there's dudes at my school, and they get, duct tape, and they kind of get smaller kids in the bathroom and, tape them up to, lockers, walls,
We're on
toilets.
TV, Ben.
See, there's no one above 90 pounds at my school. So.
Okay, so would you say, do the older kids pick on the younger ones?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do that when you get to be older?
Yeah.
Well, then it's going to keep going, and everybody's going to have to make this adjustment. Why?
Nothing better to do at school.
Oh, great. Okay. Let's find someone older. Are you older? You're a senior, right?
Right.
Okay, do you pick on the ninth graders? He's on the spot. You can literally. After Tuesday.
My senior year, I didn't mess with them too much because I was just worried about graduation. But towards your junior year, yeah, it's a lot of, what do you call it, initiation.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to scare them out of the school? Is that it? Or?
Scare them, period. Just scare them, period. Let them know that you're higher than them or somewhat like that. Yeah.
So it's oh, I see. So you're superior
You're
because you're
older
older.
now. You have more power now. You want to express that. You want to show that. So you initiate them, kind of beat them down. And like, I'm better than you. I'm older than you. That's how it's going to go.
Did you feel the adjustment when you went into 7th grade? You're a what, junior, right? Okay.
I felt it somewhat. It wasn't all that bad though. You see, the school that I go to, it has middle school and high school together, and so if the transition from 8th to 9th grade wasn't there, I was in the same school,
Ah, okay.
and so going from elementary to middle school, it was a jump, but it wasn't as big as I thought it would be, and it was just one of those things you have to go through.
Do you think they should pay attention in school or what? Yeah.
Definitely.
How come?
If not, you're just going to fail. I mean, because you get into junior high and high school, it's a lot more note-taking. If you don't pay attention, you miss something, then you missed it. Unless you come after school, it's not really you're not going to see it again. Like elementary school, they're just going to preach you and baby you and teach it to you more and more and more. But like I said, you have more responsibilities when you get into higher grades, then if you miss it, you missed it.
Okay. What do you guys think about that? That senior experience, going through the GPA and the SATs and the college choices?
You just more, you're almost forced where I am to perform, but I have hopefully the benefit that I can sort of think sometimes. And he's right. If you don't keep up with it, you'll miss it, or you'll be scrambling later, which seems to be my general pattern now. And because I can tell I'm slacking off.
Right. Okay. And do you think that's because of the socializing?
So definitely.
Is this the key thing in school, socializing? Or is it
It's not
learning?
just like socializing.
I'm confused here.
Socializing sounds boppy, It's,
Okay, I'm sorry.
it's more just like when there are people that are around and they're fun to be with, you know, everything else is like, oh, what, you know, just okay here, get out of my way. You know,
Now,
you can just do
being
it.
gifted, Aaron, you were pretty much, well, paying attention in school and in your classes. And if you hung out with people that didn't that interfere? Didn't you want to go with the peer pressure and do what they were doing and be cool and not turn in that paper or get an F on that test?
It's more.
Get an F on that test.
Yeah. See, you know, as you're talking about like peer pressure, you know, if you're gonna do something, you're going to do it. I don't believe like, come on, it'll make you feel good. All the other kids are doing it. You know? It's.
What would you say to someone that, you know, if you hung out with somebody you really liked that was into, you know, getting into trouble all the time and failing, and would you go with his style or try and conform him to yours?
No, it's more like, you know.
Well, he still hangs out with me.
Yeah. It's more, just, you know, everybody, you know, do your own thing. It's not a big deal if someone is, as long as they're, you know, as corny as it'll sound, themselves, and you guys get along, that's great. You know, if someone's themselves and you can't stand each other, well, you're not going to be friends.
Right.
Well,
And,
for defense of social people, last year I was
Defense,
a
huh?
lot,
We're trying
a lot
this
more
case.
social than I am this year at all.
oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
my grades were better last year than this year.
Because you were happier?
I don't know, honestly. It probably has to do with because I was just learning and getting into the school and seeing what it's like. And this year I'm like, well, I know what the school's like and I don't like it.
So you're
And
looking forward to high school?
for a change, looking forward to get out of the school I'm in as soon as possible.
Well, isn't that an inspiration to try and get this year going as far as grade-wise so you can get out?
Well, when you dig so deep, you can't climb back out.
What about counseling? Do any of you go to your counselors when you're going through adjustments?
I've been sent to my counselor several times, and
Yeah.
the first thing said is, oh, let's have a teacher-parent conference or something.
Those are fun, huh?
Yeah. I've been doing all through elementary school, and for me, they don't benefit me at all.
Why? Is it because your parents are
because
there
everyone
at the
gets
same
in
time?
there and lies to try to sound good and make it sound their way.
So you're not being honest, so they really can't evaluate
Well, when your
the
parents
situation?
are sitting there and your teacher's sitting there, you'll say whatever you can to be nice.
Yeah.
So do you feel it would be, I don't know, easier for you if you had a counselor that you could talk to away from your parents and teachers, like someone out of
Away
school?
from school, and
Would you do that? Would you ever tell your parents you'd want to?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that helpful?
Yeah, I think it is. At first I thought about it and I thought, no, not at all, but it depends who you're talking to, too, because I found a guy who's really good and helps me, so.
Okay. Does anybody have any big adjustments to share with us?
I just tried to stay out of trouble in 7th grade, find out what the limits in your school are and what you can get away with, and then go for it 8th grade.
Okay, I know you said you had some big adjustments that,
I did. I had a lot. But the thing that I wanted to say most was that it's important, I think, to find somebody older who you can always talk to. I know that has nothing to do with adjustments, but I felt like that was important to say because there are people out there you can trust, and I know it seems totally off the wall, but you can always find somebody. I did. I thought it was impossible. I used to be so closed, and then finally I found people who I could open up to. And I think that the people up on the panel, they seem so mature compared to like a lot of the kids in my school. And I think that a lot of it is because they're very guarded. And if they were just to find somebody they could talk to, it'd be a lot better. Maybe they wouldn't think of school quite like a jail.
Okay. What do you think? You just went into 9th grade as well, right?
I didn't find a big difference at all because, like his school, the junior high and high school's together, so it wasn't a big change at all.
Okay. You're a senior. I mean, does this get better, or are they just, adjusting? Are they going through the adjustment period and just...
Because as you become a senior, the teachers respect you a little more because they know you're ready to graduate. They know you're going into the big world that they have.
Is that only in senior year, or does it happen before?
Into junior, as you get, the higher grades, junior, senior year, they know you're about to be where they have been and go into the big world.
Uh-huh.
So,
How can you gain a teacher's respect to get that?
teacher, a lot of times I see it a lot. If you get bad grades, the teacher don't mess with you if you're allowed in classes. It's just like you're back in the corner somewhere. If you get the good grades, or if you brown-nose the teacher, that's the students that get more attention paid to.
Yeah, if you answer questions and all that, if you're always raising your hand and answering questions and letting the teacher know you're there, I think that's a good way to get on a teacher's good side.
What do you guys think about that?
I don't want to give you a really awful doomsday impression of everything. It's got its good points, you know.
Yeah.
And definitely
When
its
I
bad
find them,
points.
I'll tell you. It's not really that bad.
Well,
Oh, okay, we're almost out of time. You're all going through adjustments. You think you'll all get through it?
I hope so.
How about make new friends? Did you all make new friends this year?
Kind of, yeah.
Whose thing do you think it is? Do you think people should come up to you and meet you, or you should go up to them and meet them?
Flow with it. I don't know. If you want to make friends, you gotta go look. If you want to sit in a corner by yourself,
it's not hard.
you know, it's fun too.
Okay. But isn't it more fun? Wouldn't you say, Luke, wasn't it more fun last year when you were having some fun?
Well, yeah, when I was meeting people, it was more fun.
Okay. So you think you might do that now after our show today? Give it a shot?
I'll see.
All right, good. Well, thanks everybody again for being with us, and we'll see you next time on Teen Say. Bye-bye. That was great. You guys happy with what that came out? I think we shared a...
Oh God, Luke, all the butter you can eat.
I can't have this damn thing on.
I can give you some free screwdrivers.
Well, are you all happy with the way the show came out? My panelists up there?
Yeah.
Ben, you were so talkative. I was like...
Yeah, Ben, you like that. Everything
He didn't
sucks.
shut up on the phone. I know. And I was like, is this the same kid, or did they just send somebody and say he was Ben?
Those are his parents right there.
Would you be talking a lot of your parents?
No. No, we love having you. Good
Fantastic.
I think it went real well. And this one's going to add